Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2. I'm the sister. I'm a little bit behind. I think my brothers are on episode 3 now, and they probably will get to episode 4 before I get to episode 3. My life might be a little more chaotic right now. Who knows? But yeah, so I just wanted to say, if you have not followed them or watched their videos, they are Digital Memories. They talk about video games and everything from their growing up to now, and how video games have changed, and reliving their childhood and everything, and throwing in funny stories. And I thought it would be fun for me to follow up their videos and rebuttal, recapture, sharing their memories that they are doing, and that's it. So if you don't want to watch this, that's fine. It's okay. If you don't know me or my brothers, you might not understand my videos, but that's okay too. I'm doing this for funsies and future people to watch, maybe my kids, my family, I don't know. But that's why I'm doing it. So let's jump right in. Oh, wrong remote, folks. Sorry.
A great memory we have. We shared this with people over the years, and we always enjoy talking about it. And we all have fond memories of getting games at Christmas time.
Oh, I don't know how you're going to tell this story. But I don't know how I was going to tell the story. But I'd like to paint you a little picture real quick. A little picture of a young, innocent little boy who just loved to eat cereal and be in his underwear all day. But he had an evil older brother who liked to drink all the milk and eat cheese slices until his spit was way too thick.
It was not drinking all the milk and cheese slices yet at this point, I don't think.
That's probably true.
It came later.
Doesn't matter. He still liked it. And he led this little boy astray into evil temptation to look for Christmas presents. You may continue with how you discovered these Christmas presents.
So my brother goes on and on about how he used to hunt and find our Christmas presents when we were younger. And I am 100% behind Justin that me and him were innocent. We were lookouts. We were talked into things. And he just wanted to find his presents. He couldn't wait. And we ended up all getting in trouble normally if we were caught. But Jacob was the instigator, 100%. We still talk about these memories and these things at family gatherings. We laugh about them. And, you know, I was too scared to get too into things. Jacob talked about my mom, like, getting presents and him not knowing what they were, or he asked for them and then she would get it and he knew what it was. But as I got older, I didn't have to hunt for presents. Me and my mom have a really close relationship, and it was really funny because I could look at her and know that she got me a present, or know what she got me. Or she would come home and she would say, I got you a present today. And I would be like, what is it? And she's like, I'm not going to tell you. And I kind of look at her and I'm like, oh, did you get me that new record, blah, 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 or that new outfit, blah, blah, blah? And she'd be like, how'd you know? And I'd be like, Mom, we're the same person. I can read you like a book. And you know what? That's cool. Because my daughter does that with me. We are very, very much alike. So let's see what the boys are up to. So real quick, let me pave the story. So like I said, my brother liked to find Christmas presents. And this one particular Christmas, he found some Christmas presents. And it's funny because and I don't think he mentioned this in his video, but I'm pretty sure, Jacob, that you took old games and put them into the case so that if Mom touched them, she wouldn't notice the weight of them. And they took the 2 games out, the 2 main games that they're talking about in their video, Faxinadoo and Ninja Turtles, and they played them before Christmas.
So, yeah, that was great, and you know, I thought I'd talk a little bit about these couple of games. So, Faxanadu.
Hold on, don't forget that our sister played.
Well, I was getting there. We'll get there.
Okay,
Justin is already ready to throw me under the bus. These boys have not forgot this incident.
These games for a while. Then I couldn't tell you how many days or how long before Christmas we discovered this, but we played them for a while, enough that we kind of got to know the games. And my sister even saw us, and if I remember right, maybe played with us a little bit.
She played with us for sure. She played Ninja Turtles with us.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue one day, I don't know why. I mean, maybe Justin remembers something I don't, but she told our mom that we did this.
She ratted us out. She ratted herself out.
Right, she was doing it too.
Now, granted, again, I'm 5. I was 5 at the time. I remember the games very fondly, and obviously playing them even later. But I don't remember the event. So, I don't remember. Did we get in trouble? I don't know.
Okay. As an adult, I will admit that was shady. But as a kid, as their sister, and growing up with them, they deserved it. I don't care. Fight me on it. They deserved it. Yes, I knew that they took them. I don't know if they told me or if I caught them. And I did play the video games with them. But many, many times before this incident and many, many times after this incident, they did horrible things to me. And I think maybe I don't know how old I was, maybe 7, 8. Little me saw an opportunity. She saw an opportunity. She had fun. She played the game. I was the only girl. I could be the innocent one, maybe. And yes, I ratted them out. And they now have a story to tell for their whole lives. And they will always remember that. And maybe it was bad in the moment, but I think in the long run, it taught them a lesson. It showed my mom what they could or was capable of. And maybe it scored some points with me and my parents. And maybe it knocked them down a peg or two. Because, like I said, they did horrible things. And I know on my last video someone commented, oh, it wasn't their job to make growing up easy for you. No, I get that. I've got kids. Believe me. But they used to call me the Great Plains because I hadn't developed when I was younger. And my older brother and his friends used to chase me and lock me in the bathroom and bang on the door and say, hey, the dog catcher's here to get you, take you back to the pound. So I feel like I had a very long list of reasons that they deserved it. So maybe I just wanted love and attention. I'm pretty sure, though, that they waited all the way till Christmas. I know they said they couldn't remember, but I'm pretty sure that it was either Christmas Eve or they had already opened the presents, because I'm pretty sure Mom had wrapped them already because they had put the fake games in. I don't know, you'd have to ask my mom. I told my mom and dad they should make a 3rd installment to our videos and throw in some of their memories. I thought that would be really fun. But, you know, all facts and seriousness aside, these two guys, they're great. I love them to death. They're funny. They make our family reunions and our gatherings, and we love laughing at these stories from when we were growing up. And maybe when we were in the moment, it wasn't funny and it wasn't good. But you know what? That's how legends are made, and we just keep rolling with it.
There aren't 16-inch televisions.
Yeah.
13-inch television, right? And we enjoyed it. I don't remember thinking, this sucks.
The times that we got to take it and play it on a 21-inch TV, we thought, doesn't get any better than this.
Right. The TV in the living room, our family TV, was 21 inches. That's so giant. But yeah, remember my mom and dad were gone, and we moved the couch so it'd be directly in front of the television, and we played 4-player Mario Kart, and it didn't get any better than that.
I remember these nights, and this is why the bad usually outweighs the good, because we have a lot of really good memories growing up. I remember Jacob and Justin having 3 friends over each, the house being full of kids, and usually his friends let me hang out. And I do remember playing Mario Kart with the 4 screen, and funny, I don't know if anybody else did this, And sometimes it didn't even matter if they had the same character or not, because I know you have different characters when you're playing. But I would lose track, or I would be distracted and gravitate towards another screen, and then totally lose what I was doing on my screen. I don't know if anybody else did that, but I did, and it usually lost me the game.
To rescue, or you have to defuse a bunch of bombs, right? And the time limit that's on you, and there's like this stupid seaweed. It's so hard to swim through. It's a notoriously difficult level, but it's a notoriously difficult game.
So the boys are talking about the Ninja Turtle game, and I do agree that that was a very hard level. I'm pretty sure I passed it, but I know I didn't beat the game. But they told you in the last video, in video 1, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, that they were going to try to add like videos and little things in their YouTube channel. And they did. They did a great job. That was a very great cutaway to the video game. I do not know how to do that. And maybe I'll learn. But as of now, I do not know how to do that. So they're talking about Ninja Turtles, and it's a really fun game. And I'm pretty sure that I have it on my old Nintendo, but I'm not for positive.
But anyway, yeah, you could get them back. And there was pizza. You ate pizza to reclaim life, right? To get your life back. So you always have to switch to the turtle that had like the lowest health, and then eat the pizza and get your health back. Speaking of pizza, this is a total sidebar. I got to talk about Yo Noid at some point. It just popped into my head.
Justin, it is so funny because when I was watching the video, as soon as you were like, oh, the turtles eat pizza, which I remember that. But as soon as you said pizza, I instantly was like, oh, I miss Yo Noid. That was probably one of my favorite games. And I know 100% fact that I have that game, that Jacob has that game with my old Nintendo system, because I searched it on eBay and I finally found it, so that the Yo Noid game that you have is mine. But Jacob's right. Nobody knows what Yo Noid is unless you were born in our era. Is pizza guy, and he was stealing pizza all the time, kind of like let's see, let me give a good example, like the Trix Rabbit, who's always stealing the cereal, that kind of thing. But he was always stealing the pizza. So the boys go on about different things in the Ninja Turtle, you know, when Shredder came, when Krang came, and all those things. And so I want to tell you a funny story of mine. And I don't know if she remembers this, but my best friend, Julie Purcell, she's married now. I won't let her, well, it don't matter, but Julie, I don't know if she remembers this, but she and I were in choir, and I was telling her, I don't think I was telling her about this game, but I was telling her a joke I heard. Because so you know how Shredder, his soldiers or whatever, I think are called the Foot. And I saw, so they made the Ninja Turtles cartoon, and I saw a funny episode where they were talking about a joke, and one of the Ninja Turtles said, he like kicked the soldier. And he says, hey, Mr. Foot, meet Mr. Feet. And he kicked him with both of his feet. And I just thought that was hilarious. And so we're in choir, sitting on the floor, just hanging out, you know, usually what we did in choir class. And I was trying to tell her this joke. And the way I was sitting, I got the biggest foot cramp in my foot. Like, I mean, the kind that, you know, you scream. And so I'm in the middle of this joke, and I was like, hey, Mr. Foot, meet Miss, oh, my foot. And I was in terrible pain. And she thought it was part of the joke. So she didn't understand. And then I got over it and had to explain to her the whole thing.
It's called Nintendo Online.
No,
It was probably a Wii virtual console game at one point or something.
I feel like that's the sort of thing that like we should know. Oh, actually, it's part of. So they just released Ninja Turtles: The Cowabunga Collection here a short time ago.
So the boys are talking about how they love these old games, and where can you play them now if you don't have the original system. And some systems have done a reboot. Some arcades still have them. I want to give a shout out to, there's a place where I live called Play Money, and I have not took Justin there, but Jacob and his kids came to visit me, and I took them there. And it is an arcade where you pay like a flat fee of like $25, and you can stay there as long as you want and play all the games. You don't have to have quarters or anything. But they have a room with every system ever made, with like every game you can imagine. And then they have at least 50 to 75 arcade games. They have skee balls and air hockeys and Dance Revolution and Guitar Hero. It's a great place. So next time I go there, I will make a little video and show you some of the old school games that are there. And if you ever happen to come visit the area, you can check Play Money out. It's a lot of fun. I know that they have old school Street Fighter. I'm pretty sure that they have a Nintendo arcade game, but I'm not 100% positive.
I'm gonna say, I love Faxanity's music, the little intro, your dude's walking up to the town, which, by the way, the entire game takes place like basically in a giant tree. Even though, I don't think that's the entirety of the world, because your guy's basically returning home. We don't know where he was.
Right.
Could have been on an adventure. Could have just been at the grocery store. I don't know.
I love my brothers are so funny. Seriously, they are so funny. They have great commentary. But Faxinadu, yes, if you have ever played Faxinadu, let me know in the comments. But it was probably my gateway game to playing like role-playing games. I know my brothers talk about things like Final Fantasy and those. I do not like those. I normally like what I call flat screen games. So like, Mario, and where you're traveling, and get to the next level. That's the kind of games I like. But some of the games like Faxinadu and Zelda, I did like those to a certain extent. It's so funny that Faxinadu kind of led me into this game called Ghost Lion. And I think that Jacob has that game also. But Ghost Lion was like Faxinadu in the old school version of going on an adventure, and then like you would fight someone and you'd have to like go over to the side and choose like what to fight them with. And I don't know, has anybody ever heard of Ghost Lion? I don't know if you boys have heard of it or even played it. I know that I have it, so you should get it out and play it. But let me know if you've played Ghost Lion. It was kind of a fantasy adventure, and I don't know if I beat it or not, honestly. The older you get, the more your brain just loses things. But yeah, so those were really, really fun. They're talking about, other games. I know they're not focusing on those completely because this video is about Ninja Turtle and Faxinadu. But they sprinkle in some other games here and there. My best memories probably are Crash Bandicoot of the Sega. I don't know if it was the Genesis, Sega CD. I don't know which one it was. But Crash Bandicoot, like one of Mickey's Haunted Mansions, Aladdin and Lion King. I think those were for Super Nintendo. Mario 3, the one that has, I think is 3. Might be 4. I don't know. The one that has Giant World in it, whichever one that is. And you go you jump up there and then you go down the secret tube to get to Giant World, which is, I think, level 4. But yeah, and then Lion King, Sonic, I don't remember if I said that. But yeah, regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and probably Sega. That is where my gaming life stops, pretty much, until I have kids. And now they've got PlayStations and Switches and all that. I had a Game Boy. I liked my Game Boy.
He was in the back of a CD shop with a cigarette in his mouth.
Everybody had a cigarette in their mouth in the 80s. You would never believe. People today would never believe that you could be in the grocery store and some pregnant mom smoking a cigarette while she's pushing the grocery cart in IGA.
We grew up in the smoky bowling alley. That's all you did was smell smoke, just everywhere.
Get down on your hands and knees and look up in the air and just see like this level of smoke.
This is facts. Absolute facts. I don't know what age of people are watching my brother's videos or watching my videos. But yeah, that was insane. It was normal back then. You didn't think anything of it. Going up to a register and someone putting down their cigarette so they can ring you up. And yeah, we grew up in the bowling alley. Our parents were bowlers, and that was one of the things that we did. I got another funny story, all of my own. So we were at the bowling alley one time, and my brother Jacob, my older brother, I don't even know if Justin was there. He probably was. He probably was not as a babysitter. But he was being so mean to me. And I don't know for the life of me what he was doing to me, but I was horribly devastated, probably in tears. I went to my mom and told her, and she's like, do something about it. Fight back. Do something. So I literally turned around. My brother was on the other end of the bowling alley, and I ran at full speed, jumped in the air, like on him, and knocked him down and started just punching him. And I don't remember if mom or pulled me off or I just quit. I don't really remember, but I remember that one moment that I fought back on my own, which I didn't. I was very quiet and passive. I usually just tattletaled. Hence the beginning of the video. But that's a great memory, bowling, that we have as kids. We bowled every Saturday at our local bowling alley and youth league for as long as I can remember. And I have bowled ever since then. I think I was maybe 7 or 8 when we started. And I have bowled almost every single year of my life up until now, and I'm 43, except the years that I was pregnant or moving to a different state or COVID. Yeah, so right now I bowl Thursday nights and Friday nights in the league. And last week, 2 weeks ago, I bowled at 224, and I think my average right now is 151. But if you don't know bowling, I mean, everybody knows bowling, but if you're not a bowler, or you don't like to bowl, or you never really gave it a shot, you should. You might like it. Okay, time to evaluate. I really enjoyed this episode too, boys. This time I watched it, Jacob, you look like you were the host, and it was your YouTube channel, and you were interviewing Justin. And so I don't know if you guys are doing that on purpose, if you're going back and forth, letting each one take the lead. But you did a really, really great job. I love your graphics and you adding the video clips in there so people can see what you're talking about. Like I said, maybe I'll learn to do that someday. But I'm not that tech savvy. I'm just a mom, and this is a little bit of fun for me. So yeah, I thought it was really, really good. I really love the memories that you shared of those 2 games, because I know those 2 games. I know here probably like, I don't know, further episodes, I'm going to have no idea what you're talking about. And that's okay. I might have my son as a guest on the show, and then he can maybe relate to what you're talking about. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I am a little disappointed that you didn't talk more about me. I really thought that you were going to make a bigger stink on what I did to you boys, because we know at family gatherings that little argument can go forever and lead into so many other things. But I'm glad keeping it straight, sharing a little memory, sprinkling a little memory, and sticking to your true topic, which is digital memories, which is about your video game stuff. So I can respect that. But I was ready. I was ready for a big fight, and I was going to come at you. But no, I would not want to do anything to really embarrass you guys, because I've got a lot of secrets in these sleeves. No, but not for the public. But so I guess that's the end of my episode 2. If you don't get my video, that's okay, because like I said, it's for me and my brothers, really, and for my mom and dad and people that know us. It's really not for the public, unless you want to watch their videos and then watch my videos and hear a different side of the story or hear a different side of the memory. But that's all I got to say today, and see you in episode 3. I'm the sister. I'm out.